and I was thinking about what should I talk about, and this kind of theme came up over the past couple of weeks, and the concept is like, what's your backup plan? So today I was the backup plan because it just didn't work out with Stephanie. I was trying to be a helpful husband, and part of the reason I was trying to be so helpful is because it was actually 2 weeks ago tonight, right after recovery, I like felt something in my chest, and I'm like a lifelong asthmatic. I had a lot of issues with my lungs being hospitalized, and I was like, I knew it was gonna be bad, I just knew. And sure enough, the next day I got really sick, and I was in Anderson. So if you don't know, we're launching a stone dry in Anderson. We have a building that's going well. There's a lot going on with that. So I had like 4 meetings and one really important business meeting, and I was just sick. I was feverish, and I remember going to this lunch meeting, and I was like, I had my Arctic coat on in the middle of Panera, and the person I'm meeting is like, what? You know, just a little cold. But I got through it. I had a few more meetings, and it was the end of the day, and I literally couldn't even drive home. So if you haven't been to the Anderson building, I know a lot of you have, there's office furniture and basically a big construction project. So I went and I laid down in an office for like an hour, and then finally got up and was able to drive home. But just super sick that weekend, and it was really the worst possible time because here we are launching Anderson. We have these huge service projects that I'm supposed to help lead. In my day job, I'm like so busy I couldn't even keep my head above water. So it was just really bad timing, and I felt like it was probably the devil because he's mad what's going on with Stone Dry. He's mad that we're in Anderson. He's mad at all the people that are going to get saved through that ministry, and he just kind of attacked. And I was able to get through it. The only way I was able to get through it and not drop the ball on everything is because I had a backup plan. I had a team of people to help. I had Bev and John and Brady and Cindy, Jeff and Crystal and Andrew and his guys, and everybody else helping out in Anderson to keep those things going. I had Stephanie to help me at home, and then I had people that I work with to help pick up the slack when I couldn't. And the thought I had about that is that in recovery, it's the same way. Like, we need to have a backup plan. We need to have a team. And I don't normally read off notes, but this is the very last second message. But in relation to having a backup plan, I think there's 3 keys when we think about it in terms of our recovery. The first element of a good backup plan for recovery is having a predetermined series of actions that you're going to take when you get tempted, or when something occurs that's going to take you back to the place that you are trying to get away from. A predetermined series of actions. So for me, it starts with my phone. So the first action that I'm going to take when I get tempted is I'm going to take my phone out of my pocket. I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to make a phone call. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my environment. So if I'm in an environment that's tempting me and I realize I'm getting tempted, I'm going to leave that environment. Whether I'm sitting at home by myself and I'm just getting caught in my thoughts, I'm going to get up and I'm going to come to Stone Dry. I'm going to go to a coffee shop. I'm not going to stay where I am, because when my thoughts start going sideways, I need to get somewhere else. I need to get around people. I need to not be isolated. So again, the first step to having a good backup plan to succeeding in recovery is to have a predetermined series of actions and to actually do that. The second step is to have good people. You need to have good people. So I say that I pick up my phone and I call, and I've been doing that for 9+ years. So when I am struggling for the past 9 years, I will pick up the phone and I will call my friend Jeff, who's my accountability partner. And if he's not available, then I'll call my friend Jack. These 2 guys have been with me for almost 10 years, and I can tell them anything. There's a level of trust there, and if I had to point to one thing that has allowed me to succeed in my recovery, it's those accountability relationships above all that lead to success in recovery. So if you don't have accountability partners, if you don't have people you can talk to, if you don't have a sponsor, get one. Because I know those who have been doing this for a long time know, like, a lot of people can say, you know what, I think I can do this, I got this, but it really doesn't work like that. Like 90% of the time. It might work for a little while, but if you don't have people you can talk to and just be honest and share what you're struggling with, it's not going to be successful. You need to have a strong team of people to support you. So we need to have a predetermined series of actions. We need to have a strong team to support us. And then the last element that grows over time is that a good backup plan involves faith. Isaiah 41:10, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. There becomes a level after you've been doing this for a long time, like I haven't done this on my own. Like I haven't, succeeded in breaking free. So May 1st will be 10 years free from alcohol, drugs, and pornography, and that's a complete miracle. But over the years, it's like builds my faith. And one of my favorite verses that relates to recovery is, no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability, but with the temptation, He will always provide a way out so that you may be able to endure it. And I can tell you that when I'm being tempted, I always bring that verse to my mind, because if I believe, and I believe because I lived it, that God will always give me a way out, then all I have to do is follow through, be like, okay, well, there's a way out. What do I do? The first thing I do, I'm going to pick up the phone and call. I'm going to do the predetermined course of action. I'm going to try to find the people that can support me. But even if those things aren't available, the understanding and belief that God's always going to give me a way out leads me to continue to take steps until I break free from whatever that pattern is that's trying to come back. If you were to say, Paul, what's the number one thing you can do to be sober? And I would say, go back to this message I'm talking about today. Get some good actions, get some good people, do it, build your faith, and it's not that complicated, but it is really hard to do. So if you don't have a backup plan, if you don't got people, get them. That is all I have. Thank you all.
Thank you.